So we've seen the powerful strategic partners who are already committed to BlackBerry, launching on BlackBerry 10 globally and locally. And we've talked about the power of a differentiated app that's truly integrated, social, and beautiful, as only a BlackBerry 10 app can be. And BlackBerry 10 is going to change the way that your customers engage with your apps and talk about them with other people. So how do you build apps that capitalize on the unique properties of BlackBerry 10? Well, here to show you, please welcome VP of Application Platform and Tools, Chris Smith. Come on, Chris.
How's it going?
Good to see you. Good to see you.
All right.
So before I go,
All right.
what's your favorite blog these days?
What do you want to know?
I can't tell you. But what's your favorite blog?
I mean, the BlackBerry dev blog, of course.
The BlackBerry dev blog. OK. I'll tell you later about it.
All right.
See you.
So I'm absolutely thrilled to be here in Bangkok. I have the pleasure of sharing with you all the details of the platform and tools updates we're releasing here today to help you get ready for launch. Now, when you hear Alec talk about flow and how it defines the BlackBerry 10 experience, it's all about efficiency and intuition. Putting the people you connect with, the content you care about, and the communities you are a part of in front of you exactly when you need them. And it is really critical for you to understand that the power of flow, the power of intuitive integration, reaches beyond our core applications and into your apps. We know that our customers don't see your apps as separate and disconnected from the core experience. And I'm going to be showing you, with the help of some local developers and RIM experts, exactly what you need to focus on to build integrated, social, and beautiful apps for your users. So today marks another milestone as we drive towards launch. We are releasing updated beta SDKs for every BlackBerry 10 development environment. We're delivering patches and bug fixes and updates to all of our tools, helping you bring your apps to life in your technology of choice on the only truly open mobile platform. And I'm happy to report that this will be our final beta release, because in less than 2 weeks, on December 11th, we will be releasing our Gold SDK for BlackBerry 10. All right. I can tell you a lot of blood, sweat, and tears has gone into making this happen. So what that means is every API will be locked down and full binary compatibility will be in place. You will have everything you need to prepare and test your apps for launch. You'll have everything you need to build integrated, social, beautiful applications that flow. So now, when you break down the BlackBerry 10 platform architecture, you really start to understand the depth of our commitment to provide choice to developers. We are building on a foundation of open standards. The power of the industry-proven QNX OS, installed in 25 million vehicles around the world, empowering mission-critical environments like internet routers and medical devices and nuclear plants. On top of that, we layer platform APIs and open-source libraries, the power of Qt, and an incredible WebKit engine, and a mobile-optimized native UI engine in Cascades. Now, what this means for developers is you get choice and flexibility when you build for BlackBerry 10, without compromising performance, look and feel, and access to platform APIs and services. On top of this incredible, open, innovative platform, we need you to deliver experiences that flow. Experiences that integrate deeply into the device and into the cloud. Social experiences that put people and communities at the center. And beautiful experiences that draw your users in and keep them coming back. And we are providing you with all the APIs and tools to make it incredibly easy for you to deliver these experiences in your technology of choice. Now, one of the key innovations we've introduced with BlackBerry 10 is the Cascades UI framework. With Cascades, you have all the building blocks to easily and quickly deliver the BlackBerry 10 experience. An experience that flows seamlessly, deeply integrates with the native environment, and adds social content and context to your apps. An experience that provides fluid, beautiful user interfaces that are nothing short of astonishing. This is what we call out-of-the-box elegance. Every component, every control, every API has elegance baked in, delivering seamless flow, smooth animations, and rich visual effects with components that you can simply drop into your apps to achieve a consistent, fluid BlackBerry 10 experience. And what I'd like to do now is welcome Anders Larsen to the stage to show you how you can use Cascades to deliver all of this in your applications. How's it going, Anders?
Very good.
Good to see you.
Hi. Great to be here.
So, I mean, we've been hard at work baking all of this goodness into Cascades, and can you talk to us a little bit about how it all comes together?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of traveling lately, going to meet developers, to talk about flow, to talk about peak, and it's been amazing. People really love our stuff. It's great UX, but I think one aspect that is equally important is how you actually get it to work as a developer.
Absolutely.
It's a complex feature, and unless it's very easy to use, we won't see it being used. So I'm going to show you a tools demo of Momentix and show you a little bit how you get flow, how easy it is to get flow in your app.
OK, let's take a look.
All right.
So this is in the Cascades Builder
Yes.
tool.
So we're releasing a new version today. And I'm going to show you, I have been playing around with a project recently, which is kind of a fantasy football or soccer project. So as you can see here, I have a couple of different screens in my app. But what I want to do, so I'm previewing them here. But what I want to do is I want to connect them into one app, kind of a starting point, the entry point of the app. So I'm going to show you how to do that and how to achieve flow. So right now I have my main QML file. I'm going to actually start from scratch here. And obviously it's going to be empty now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the built-in control we call tab pane. The tab pane, I can just drag it out here. And obviously right now it's going to be empty. The tab pane kind of is a structural component that sucks out the structure of your app and creates the action bar and the flow for you.
So simply by dropping that component onto into your application, you're going to get that behavior. You're going to get the action bar and all the tabs.
Right. So what I do is I drop in these tab components. I'm just dropping into my view here. I'm going to use a couple of them. Actually, I'm actually going to copy paste. It's going to be a little bit faster.
OK.
So I'm adding 5, fixing the indentation. So still we have an empty project, but you can see I have a action bar down here with a side where I can start peeking. And I simply drag and drop my different pages, my different screens into these tabs. So for example, I start with my match page, for example. I can just simply drag it into my view here. Actually, I'm going to need to use assets here. So let's start with the team page.
OK. So you're just dropping, these are the pages now you're dropping right into your tabs.
So I immediately see my page here. And I can continue dropping different pages in here.
Very cool.
And also, if I want to show my tabs, so as you can see, the tab pane kind of sucks out the structure of my app. So it's very easy to build a structure. And if I want to, I can do customization, like I want to show all my tabs. And you can see I got my tabs down here. Probably going to need to add titles to this also.
This looks great. So incredibly easy to build the navigation flow of your app by simply dragging and dropping these QML components into your application.
And you immediately get feedback. And I'm going to show you how it looks on device.
OK.
So if we switch to the device, I'm going to start the app here. And now you see I dropped all my pages in here, and I get this sidebar peek for free. Obviously, I can switch tabs. And also, one of my pages is actually including a little bit of navigation. So if I go in here, I get a drill-down navigation. And I still get my peeking. And as you see, I didn't add any more code than this.
So this is all baked in the components that you use. So putting in the tab pane view and the action bar, this all comes for free.
So you build your structure, and the tab pane sucks out your structure and creates this action bar for you.
Wow, OK.
It's
very
really,
cool.
really easy.
All right, so you have no excuses. You can get this kind of flow in your apps by simply dropping these components in.
Yeah.
This looks great.
And it's an example of how we took something that's pretty complex to code from our side and made it really easy to use from a development perspective. I'm going to show you one more example of that.
Okay.
And this binds back to the sharing and connecting of applications.
So more of these kind of social and integrated aspects of the
Yeah.
apps. Yeah.
So if you switch me back to the laptop again, I will show you how to create like a simple sharing example in Cascades. So let's go to the player page. This is actually, I'm going to show the QML here. So this is one of my pages. We don't need to pay too much attention to the actual QML here. What's important is this part here, context actions. So this is a way for me to put actions on the context menu. So if I start adding actions here, automatically Cascades will bring up the context menu for you. And I'm actually using a little bit special action called invoke action item. It looks very simple, but it's very, very powerful. It connects to the invocation framework and makes it possible for you to share or open content or set content to other applications.
So in this case, you're setting this action on an image that you have in the application.
Right. So what you're going to see is when I long press, I'm going to get share actions. And this is a simple example. I'm just extracting all the share actions there are based on MIME type, in this case, a PNG image. So yeah, let's show you how it works.
Okay, let's see it on the device. Yeah.
So now I'm back into my app, and now I go into this full screen image, or this image. And if I long press, as you see, I get my share actions and set as actions. And I can share, I can have different targets. In this case, I'm going to use BBM. And I can share to PA, for example.
Very cool.
Yeah, and you see, I have my player as an attachment. I can write, hi, PA. And also, it's part of your application. It looks like it's part of your application.
Right, so you still have the ability to flow back into the card and into the application.
Yeah, I get the full back peek or content peek. And again, I didn't add more code than this. This is the only code I added, and I suddenly have BBM.
So you don't have to do anything to specifically target BBM. You're picking it up just because it's registered for that content type.
Right. It's very easy.
Wow, this is amazing. So I mean, I think this really shows how far we've gone to bake all of this goodness into the core framework so that app developers get a lot of these behaviors for free.
Yeah, so come on, use it and create Cascades app.
Okay, thanks Anders.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing. So I hope this gives you some idea of how Cascades is built from the ground up to support you in building integrated, social, beautiful apps for BlackBerry 10. Now, what I'd like to do next is dive in deeper to understand how some of our partners are using Cascades to deliver their BlackBerry 10 experiences. So taking a deep look at the APIs and features of the framework and how these building blocks are being used to deliver incredible applications quickly. Now, Risto Mobile has been an amazing partner. They have had incredible success building applications for BlackBerry 7, and now they're taking aim at BlackBerry 10. So I'd like to welcome Vegan from Risto Mobile to talk about Vicki and Pixtory.
Hi, good morning.
How's it going, Vegan?
It's good, good.
So let's start with Vicki. I mean, really great example of a beautiful application built on the Cascades framework.
Yep, exactly.
Tell us a little bit about Vicki.
Well, Vicki is he has a huge catalog of entertainments on the go. There's a lot of TV dramas and music videos and entertainment news. Especially if you are a fan of Korean dramas, well, that is a good app that for you to download and view entertain on the go. Especially you can buy BlackBerry just for your mom because your mom addicted to the Korean dramas, right? So, well, let's show you the app applications. Yep. So we first launched. This is using a cascade animations. Again, just a couple of minutes to do the splash screen.
Just to get a little flourish on the first screen.
So when the application first loaded, again, you see that we're using the same out-of-box framework for navigations, tab navigations. So you can quickly jump to, like, say, from music, or go back to the TV shows and all those. Again, you see that the applications is just flow, and we are using a Cascades native, and to do that in the beginning, it might be a bit difficult. I'm not difficult transition from Java to C++. It's just so easy after you adapt to the Cascade framework. So let's say for you jump into the Korean drama. This is still on show in Korea. Well, if you are a fan of a Korean drama, definitely this is an app that you should download and go to a view.
So you got multiple views. Again, you're using the tab pane. You still have all of the features for peak. Here, so you can see I'm getting all of this out of the box for free.
Definitely. So now I will show you the live so-called streaming of the videos. Hopefully it works for the Wi-Fi connections here, right? And let's wait for it to load all the episodes that that's currently showing right now. Let's say we'll go to episode 4. So if you are, actually depends on the TV drama, you can choose the subtitle, being English or Indonesian or the Thai language, that you can choose a subtitle and you can able to switch to the subtitle available set on the web, and then you switch to the video that playing the subtitle. So let's see how you're able to load that.
See if it comes back. I know we've been having some Wi-Fi challenges. So tell us a bit about, how's the transition been for you moving from development on BlackBerry to development on BlackBerry 10?
Well, in the beginning, it takes about 2-3 days to look through all the examples. In the GitHub, from the example, it's just fantastic. You just look through a couple of the examples, especially the weather guesser. It's just easy to learn to transition from Java to C++. And the C++, you don't need to worry about the memory allocation, the malloc, the alloc things. Well, that's in the beginning that you're a developer, you might be worried about it, but Cascade take care of that. So that's something that has been done fantastic to use the C++, and I like the performance. Right, so on the Cascade and the C++, there's no going back to use any other things other than
amazing.
Cascade. Yep.
Okay, so what we've just seen from Vegan, I don't think we're going to get the video to come up. It seems like it's stuck in the Wi-Fi, but we've just seen how Vegan and Risto are using the Cascades UI framework to make Vicki a beautiful immersive experience on BlackBerry 10, using baked-in features like peek and components such as the crosscut menu and the action bar and the tab menu. Now, if you want to get more in-depth, we have plenty of content down here at BB Jam Asia for you to immerse yourself. In particular, if you're interested in building beautiful applications with Cascades, check out Jam 804, Finding Your Flow, and Jam 809, Cascades Fundamentals. So now I'd like to turn to Pixtory. This is an incredible success story. The app has absolutely gone viral, one of the most popular BBM connected apps on AppWorld. Tell us about bringing Pixtory to BlackBerry 10.
Yeah, well, first of all, I thank the Pixtory user in the OS 7, in the BB OS 7. We have more than 8 million downloads since December 2011.
It's awesome.
So I would like to thank all the fans of Pixtory that you are the spirit of sharing and discovery photo. Let's show you the apps on the BB10. Right, this is a preview of Pixtory for BB10. Again, you see this splash screen animation. Just a couple of minutes to do the animations using the Cascade. So when I first load the content, you see that this page is showing the photo have been shared by the user. And again, we are using this a familiar framework for navigation, for the tab navigations. And then you can quickly jump to the page that you want using, familiar BBM Cascades framework out of the box, right?
Yeah.
So let's go and browse some photo, discover the photo that have been shared by the user. Again, you will see that I can jump to the page just so easy, right?
Simple gestures to take you back
simple gesture.
page.
After I use a BB10, I just don't like to use the back button of any other device, right? I just quickly can,
Right.
You can see the performance, right? Going back using the gestures, I just love it. I just don't want to transit, extra effort on that, right? So let's see some of the content. This is the pictures that, for example, if I like the pictures, I can just again use the context menu. Either I want to share it with the out-of-the-box invoke sharing to the BBM, Facebook, or Foursquare, or I want to set this picture to my BBM profile. Let's say, I want to share it. I want to set it as my BBM pictures. Then you can see that from my BBM, right here.
There you go. So you've got it in there. Very cool.
That's right. So when the application is in the dock mode, you can see that you're trying to play the content in the active screen. You will try to, playing the popular pictures out in the dock mode. So for example, I can go to browse the profile of the person. If I like it, I can follow, or I can invite the person to my BBM, right? Well, that's how you discover photo, discover new friends from the Pixtory application. It's a social app.
It's an incredible social experience. Definitely taking full advantage of the BBM integration, the share framework. So you've been building on BlackBerry 7 using BBM APIs. We put a lot of effort to make them much simpler for BlackBerry 10. So what do you think?
Absolutely. On the BB10, the integration is so much simpler. You don't have the long pop-up or the 4-step to connect to the BBM. Now it's just connected. And in fact, I connected to the BBM at the background without you knowing it, right? So it's just like it doesn't disrupt the user experience at all. So I just love the new BBM API social platform integrations on the BB10. So let's say Pixtory is all about sharing and discover photo. Let's show you some of the new, how to create a new photo on the BB10. These are the frames that are available for you to choose. Let's say I want to have 4 frames. Now I want to have I want 2 frames or etc. You can see how fast I can transition between the screen again. And now I want to have a zoom in, pan. Now I want to apply certain effect on it, right? And you see the performance of applying the effect. Oh, I want to choose a different background. And I just love to play with this, because because of the performance so fast. Well, I just like to play with the experience of how fast the OS and the Cascades are able to do with.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like you're taking full advantage of all the capabilities of the framework. Yeah,
definitely. So after you have composed a picture, you can just simply set it as or share it. You will be posted into the in the Pixtory network, or you share it in the Facebook or Twitter. Yeah. And that's how you share a photo and discover new friends and be socialized, right?
Well, okay, I mean, cool. This is great. I can't wait to see both of these apps in App World
Thank
for
you.
launch.
Thank
Thanks
you.
to Vegan and Risto. So we've just seen how Vegan and Risto are using the Cascades UI framework and our social integration APIs, such as BBM and the Share framework, to make Pixtory an incredible social experience on BlackBerry 10. Now, if you want more details on how to make your apps more social, check out the following sessions down here at Jam Asia. We have Jam 848, BBM Integration Lab, and Jam 820, the deep dive into the Share and Invocation framework. So what I'd like to do next is to turn to talk about building integrated applications on BlackBerry 10. Applications that push beyond the device to connect to other devices, terminals, and the cloud, pushing the boundaries with NFC and Bluetooth and QR code technology to deliver truly revolutionary experiences. And to do that, I'd like to welcome Jay from Digit Secure to talk about Hot Remit mobile payments.
Thank you, Chris.
How you doing, Jay?
Pretty good, pretty good.
So, tell us a little bit about Hot Remit.
This application is mainly meant to make payments, which is a routinely normal process, a little bit more engaging, and also enabling merchants, small, big, whatever, just make use of their mobile phone to do a lot more than what normally needs a lot of investment, whether it is to take payments at the merchant location or remote payments, or a loyalty program or a coupon management. At the same time, when a customer side comes, he should be able to make a payment as easily as giving cash with electronic modes. At the same time, have his coupons, loyalty points, everything in his BlackBerry application, so not having to keep multiple cards and all that, all the locations.
So you're basically putting a full mobile payment solution in the hand of a merchant in a BlackBerry device. And
also for the customer to make sending money over BBM contact and all that stuff to make it a little bit more engaging.
Well, it sounds amazing. Can we take a look?
Yes. So here what we have is, this is the merchant version. This is Vasu, who's going to help me, who's going to role play as a customer. This is a merchant. I can take a payment, send invoice to somebody else over BBM or to an email. I could instantly even issue a loyalty card or a prepayment card, issue coupons as well. I'm just going to go through with the payment, and we're going to see that.
So this is you're the shop owner, and Wasu's come in. He wants to buy something. Okay.
He wants to buy, and Wasu's, while he's standing in line, he's generating his own token. So he's not wasting time until he gets to me. So say I want to take.
Okay, so he's generated his code.
He's generating while he's standing in line. He's generating his own code. Ready?
Okay, so then you just tap the device to actually transition the payments.
Yes.
Very cool.
The authorization progress, it's finished with the.
So you have just cleared the transaction through your backend infrastructure.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
And it's. And we're trying to make it a little bit more engaging, like say when Vasu's standing in the line to actually for a merchant, if the merchant has an NFC tag, he could sign up to his loyalty program or coupon program unintrusively without sharing his personal information. So he could still receive the coupons, get everything else, but not have to share the personal information.
This is amazing. I mean, this really gives a small shop owner some incredible capabilities that otherwise they'd have to invest heavily in a huge system. So
if they have a BlackBerry, they should be able to do this.
This is great. And now I know you're also planning to use the push and notification service to push down the receipts or to push down coupons.
Yes.
So how's that going to work?
So the way it's going to work is as soon as its payments is finished, you know if the customer is eligible for a coupon, depending on the rules that you set in the back end. So automatically, it gives the merchant an option, say you're eligible for a coupon, would you like it? Yes, it automatically sends the customer coupon push. At the same time, he could take the signature, including your signature, the receipt goes to your phone. And that's a push.
And all of this without giving any personal information at all to the merchant.
All he knows is one ID, and the backend system knows which device made the payment. Your BlackBerry PIN practically becomes your identity.
No, I think it's amazing. You get the best of both worlds. The merchant has reach into their customer base, and the customer isn't giving up any personal information. Yeah, I mean, this is really revolutionary. Yes. This is great. Well, thanks for sharing, Jay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take care. Okay, really looking forward to seeing this one in App World for launch too. So we've just seen how Jay and Digit Secure are using the Cascades UI framework and our platform APIs, such as NFC, notifications, push, and our crypto APIs, as well as their own native libraries to make Hot Remit an incredible integrated mobile payment experience on BlackBerry 10. Now, we have a number of sessions for you to check out to learn how to take advantage of these platform features and APIs in your apps. In particular, you should check out Jam 814, which is the NFC API deep dive, and Jam 848 on the push and notification service. So if we go back to what I was saying earlier about the BlackBerry 10 architecture and how everything we are doing is designed to put the full power of the platform in your hands, regardless of your technology affiliation, well, nowhere is that more apparent than with our groundbreaking HTML5 platform. We have been driving web as a complete application platform outside the browser for many years, allowing web developers to build applications that integrate deeply with the core device experience. And with BlackBerry 10, we are taking our commitment to HTML5 and web technology to the next level. We are enabling web developers to deliver the full BlackBerry 10 experience in their apps using the frameworks they are most comfortable with. We're making this happen by adopting and contributing to open standards and working with industry-leading partners such as Adobe and Sencha and jQuery. And we are really pushing the boundaries of what is traditionally known as a web application for mobile. Now, at the heart of our web platform is an incredible WebKit engine built on open standards. And we've talked many times before about our commitment to open standards, and I believe the results speak for themselves. The BlackBerry 10 browser we are providing you today is the highest scoring HTML5 browser in the world, and that's desktop or mobile. And it has phenomenal hardware accelerated performance. So now I'm happy to welcome Tim Neal to the stage to talk about building integrated social beautiful applications using web and also to show off the new browser. How's it going, Tim?
Oh, it's going great. Thanks.
All right. So where do you want to start? You want to show off this browser?
Yeah, sure. So I think one of the coolest things with the BlackBerry 10 browser is that it's actually built with web technology. So everything that you see around the UI of the application is all written in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So we have the exact same look and feel that we get from all of the Cascades applications of the BlackBerry 10 experience, but it's all built with web. So I think it's really cool, all the way from the swipe down gestures and everything that's a part of it.
So, I mean, again, it looks and feels and behaves exactly like the Cascades apps we've just been seeing, entirely built in web.
Absolutely, and I think one of the interesting things is that we've been learning, what works, what doesn't work, what performs well, and we've been contributing some of that knowledge back into open frameworks like jQuery Mobile or into our own little kind of homegrown toolkit called BBUI to be able to see how we can get web performing at that same level.
Yeah, I mean, nothing says more about our commitment to web as an equivalent platform to native than taking one of the most important applications on the platform, one that absolutely requires performance, and building it entirely in web.
Absolutely. So, I mean, we've done different things, too. That you'd mentioned about being, top of the line on the HTML5 capabilities. And some of those things are stuff that traditionally hasn't been in the browser before, like media capture. And so we have an example here where we're able to actually allow front or rear camera capture and being able to bring that into the browser. So There's an up-close, kind of picture of myself there. So what you're able to do is a developer had created something here where they take canvas to be able to take the picture when you touch it. So let's see if we can put a hole right in my nose here, and there we get it exploding. So this is all being brought in from the video camera.
And this is all within the browser using the native HTML5 support, which we happen to be industry leaders in.
Yeah.
And what about going outside the browser, doing some of these things, but in applications that look and feel and behave just like native applications with no Chrome?
Sure. So we mentioned just briefly, we've been contributing and making sure that web frameworks work great on the BlackBerry platform, be able to create that same BlackBerry 10 experience in your application. So if you're a web developer, you can feel right at home in your technology and still have that same look and feel. So one of the things that we did as a bit of a demonstration here is a little application for my car. I like modifying cars and tinkering, get covered in grease and have lots of fun. So it kind of built it as a build log of the stuff that's going on for the car. So we've got all of our scrolling and capabilities that we have in here, creating that same look and feel. Even thought about, well, what would it be like if we went and we did something with an Adreno board or connecting with Bluetooth to the car and pairing up your car to be able to use those APIs, because you can bring up any of the native functionality into web and JavaScript on the platform as well. So if we were able to connect that car up, well, what are some of the different things that we might be able to do and say, well, you know what, I need in the trunk, so let's pop open the trunk and see the status that we've got going there. I need to unlock my doors, so let's do that. And well, in Canada, it gets a little cold in the wintertime. I've been loving the weather here, actually. It's much nicer than
Yeah, we might stay.
And so, what I might need to do there is, warm up the engine and have things going so the car's nice and toasty warm when I get in. So I've got this connection back and forth with the car. We've been talking a lot about the QNX car stuff as well and using HTML5 inside the car. So lots of great uses for the technology and being able to create really great looking applications using stuff other than native.
So, and again, you've got the look and feel. You have your action bar, your crosscut menus. I mean, all of this looks and feels and behaves just like a native application built entirely in web using our frameworks. So can we take a look and see, for a developer working in this technology, what does it actually look like in terms of the code?
Absolutely. So some of the different frameworks like jQuery Mobile or BBY are very much DOM-oriented, so very similar to the stuff that you saw with Anders up here showing Cascades. So we've got things like our tabs that are in here. I've got that main image at the top. Then I've got my grid layout with the different photos. And I said I've got 2 columns, so everything will scroll automatically coming across there. My different image lists with items that I've got in them. And some of the different cool toolkits like jQuery Mobile use data attributes to say, well, this is a div, but make it look like a list item. So the toolkits will do all of that styling for you of the UI, right down into doing things like the action bar at the bottom, having your different actions or tabs and buttons and automatically doing the overflow for you. So it makes it really super easy. So that code that you saw laying out there is that entire application that we just showed for all of the content that's in there.
Oh, this looks great. And all the APIs, when you showed Bluetooth in here as well, these are all available to a web developer just as they're available to a native developer.
So Bluetooth right now is one that we're looking to bring up on the platform. But one of the interesting things for the web platform is any of the APIs that are in native, you can bring in. So if there's a specific API that's not in the web platform there today, you can create your own extension. And we have labs and sessions going on over the next couple of days to show you how you can even bring up any kind of things, a favorite native library, right up into the web platform.
I mean, this looks great. Again, shows our commitment to web developers and making them equivalent partners on the platform. Thanks, Tim.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. So we are closing in on the launch of BlackBerry 10, ushering in an exciting new era in mobile apps. We have taken great care to build BlackBerry 10 from the ground up for you, our developers. We want you to be there with us at launch, and we can't wait to see the amazing apps you will bring to the platform. So have a great conference. Go out and soak up everything you can. And don't be afraid to stop me in the halls and let me know what you think. Thank you.